You're listening to Pod Radio.
.co.za.
From exams and deadlines to friendship drama, sports pressure, and just trying to keep up, school can feel overwhelming, and sometimes it's hard to admit that you're not okay. But guess what? You're not alone, and your feelings are valid. In this episode, we're unpacking what stress and anxiety really are, what causes it in school life, and most importantly, how to cope. We'll share simple, real-life tips, calming techniques, and a few stories to remind you that you're stronger than you think. So whether you're listening on the way to class, during a study break, or just need a breather, this one's for you. Let's talk about it. Let's take care of our minds.
Hey besties, today we're talking about what is stress and anxiety. So the difference between the two is that stress is a short-term reaction to pressure or demands from specific situations, while anxiety is a long-term feeling of excessive worry or fear, often without a clear cause. So normalizing both is not a weakness, it's human. And the common school-related causes could be pressure to succeed, exams, social challenges, fear of failure, as well as overcommitment.
Hi guys, we got Shika here. Stress and anxiety can affect your school life in many ways. Physical symptoms can be frequent headaches, stomach aches, or nausea. Emotional symptoms can be mood swings, constantly feeling overwhelmed, or struggling to cope with things that you previously could cope with. Your behavior shows a lot as well, like avoiding school or certain classes, skipping assignments or hangouts, having trouble eating or sleeping, and a decrease in self-esteem and confidence. These are things that a lot of individuals go through on a daily basis without us knowing. So always try to be kind, as kindness costs nothing, but it could mean everything to someone.
Hey guys, it's Polo, also known as Ulilita, health and coping strategies that actually work for me. Number 1, mindfulness. As a person who overthinks a lot of things and worry a lot of how things could happen and focusing on the negative sides of things instead of focusing on the present moment, I think mindfulness is a great coping strategy to focus on the now. I use a meditation app to help me with this. Point number 2, problem solving. Breaking up all of my problems into tiny small bits to make it more manageable. Point number 3, taking lots and lots of breaks. You can even just take a break by drawing something that can help you relax, taking a nice warm shower, or even eating your favorite snacks. Trust me, it will help you relax. I usually just read a book or just go to sleep. Point number 4, avoid perfectionism. Everything you do doesn't have to be perfect. Just do your best and don't focus on making little details perfect. Point number 5, setting boundaries and saying no. This is something that is really important and something that I used to struggle with a lot. If you know that you cannot handle something and it's too much, say no. And if it's taking too much of your time, say no. Don't take on too much. And my last point is, talk to someone you know and someone you trust so that they can help guide you.
My lovely listeners, it's Tara here. So today I'll be breaking down the power of asking for help, where to speak up, who to reach out to, and why it's actually a superpower and not a weakness. When to ask help, feel stuck, confused, or overwhelmed? That's your clue to ask for help. Speak up. Your voice matters, and someone's been waiting to hear it. Don't hold back. Share your thoughts, share your ideas, and share your feelings. And do not be afraid about what anyone will think about your thoughts, ideas, or feelings. Who to talk to at school? Teachers, counselors, school psychologists, or even a trustworthy student. Each have a specific role. Teachers can help you with academics. A counselor can help you with emotional and personal matters. And a trustworthy student can help when you want to speak, but no one is around. Remember, asking for help equals strength. Seeking assistance shows self-awareness and courage, not weakness. Embrace the mindset that every great achiever has gotten help and support from someone at some point. My spin, celebrate each time you ask for help. Treat it like earning a badge. And remember, every time you ask for help, you get closer to your goal.
Hi, and hello everybody. It's Colleen back here wondering, how do you deal with stress and anxiety? Personally, if I could, I would just sleep and wonder if it will all go away. But that's not very helpful to most of you, so I'm here with one of our school's best counselors, Ms. Brown, with some general tips on how to help you deal with your stress and anxiety, especially during the school year.
Good afternoon, everybody. I would say that sometimes stress and anxiety comes from the fact that people are not consistent, especially when it comes to your schoolwork. So, consistency will be one of the things that I will emphasize. That means you need to work every day. You need to work hard, and sometimes we need to work smart, which means you will have to find out what is the better or the best way for you to study, the best place for you where you can work, and get the best and the main focus out of your work. So,
So, would you say that to avoid stressing in future decisions, one should understand themselves and what motivates them rather than going in blind?
yes, exactly. So, what is important, you need to know who you are, and you also need to know where you are going. Because we can have the best motivation for whatever, but if we are not goal orientated, and if we do not know what our plans for the future might be, then we will just go around in circles.
All right. Thank you so much, ma'am. And that is all for today.
And that's a wrap, guys. You do not have to face it alone. Stress and anxiety are a part of life, but they do not have control over your life. Let's support each other and build healthier habits together. Tune in again next week for our podcast on Valentine's Day Fails. Bye.